to a new season of Mommy's Happy Hour. So for all the newcomers out there, I'm Heba, your host. Mommy's Happy Hour, which hits your podcast players every other Wednesday, is a show during which I talk with my guests about first and foremost their journeys as mothers. And how as women nowadays we get so much pressure to wear so many different hats. Mother, wife, daughter, sister, friend, working woman. The list is endless. All the while trying to be the best version of ourselves, so making time for self-care, staying in shape, and most importantly, maintaining our sanity. I don't know about everyone else out there, but we set the bar so high these days and it seems like we're all trying to be perfect. Fuck perfect. As Brené Brown puts it, imperfections are not inadequacies. They are reminders that we're all in this together. I have a little surprise for our listeners for season 2. I decided to have my husband as co-host every few episodes, since he seems to be quite popular with the listeners. For our episodes, we will invite other couples on to discuss our differences and the challenges of relationships and marriage in this day and age. And at other times, we'll pick other relevant topics that we find interesting. I'm super excited to have my husband on the show, basically because it gives us the opportunity to shit-talk each other without the backlash of an argument. After all, we do have guests on, and we must be on our best behavior. And yeah, why not offer some insight into the male perspective of things? Is the purpose of marriage to have kids? I mean, if I'm being honest, a big part of it is. For me, my whole reason of being since I was a girl was to get married and have many kids. The more, the merrier. But I grew up watching It Is Enough, The Cosby Show, Family Ties, and The Brady Bunch. All of these shows that centered around big families. Maybe it was a different time, but for me, that was it. I didn't think my life could be complete without kids. So obviously, I'm very curious to hear about the flip side of that and how some couples are very content without kids. Fara and Yehiaa have made the conscious decision not to have kids, but are they really happy? The neurotic side of me who believes life is all about having kids just had to ask. So when my husband and I had an opportunity to sit down with Fara and Yehiaa, we got to see what life as a married couple is like without being parents. Farah, you initially never wanted to, even before you guys got married, yeah. And he knew this?
Yeah. I never felt like I wanted to, baby. Even, you know, when you're like a teenager, and like your friends are like, oh, I can't wait to have a baby, man. I'm gonna get like all their clothes. I'm like, no. Never had that.
You never had that urge?
No.
Are you the only one in the family, or are you all?
No, I was always the odd one who never felt like, even when people would come over and have kids, I would never want to like go and carry the baby, while I play with the baby,
Men don't have this urge, by the way.
You guys don't have the urge, huh?
We do it to please you guys.
But
yeah, Hazem was so unsupportive.
I will enjoy, like, I'll play with my friends' kids for a bit.
If they're nice.
And most of the Egyptian kids are not that nice.
I totally agree. They're rude, they're obnoxious, and I don't like these kids. So I ignore them. I totally ignore them.
By the way, before I had kids, every time I would try to have kids and I couldn't get pregnant for, obviously you guys know, the longest time. Whenever I go to these birthday parties, I'd be like, I'm traumatized. I want to have kids, but when I see these kids, I'm thinking maybe that's God's way of telling me, better not have kids. I don't understand why they're so obnoxious. Is it the nurture or nature?
No, I think it's the...
I think both.
I don't know. I feel like Bardo...
I think the way people raise their kids now, they're spoiled.
They're spoiled.
Feel arrogant, self-entitled, bratty.
And it's not like they're materialistically spoiled. No, they're just spoiled attitude.
Yes. And when I walk into birthday parties, I say hi to the kids. They don't even answer. They look at me from up to down, and they just
and the parents don't say anything either.
The parents don't say hi or anything. No. It's like the hell.
I think some of it comes down to attitude, but I think a lot of it comes down to nurture as well. Because I mean, you know, you can walk into a birthday party, say hi, and then be ignored, and then like you have the parents at least try and say hello, you fuckers. Yeah. And then, you know, if they don't say hello, then khalas, it's nurture. But if they do say hello, then if they don't say hello, it's nature. But if they do say hello, it's nurture. You know what I mean?
But I think these are certain things that I find extremely important that you have to instill. Like, I always find it, I make it a point that they have to say hi. Whenever anybody walks in, they say hi, they greet them. I don't get this whole thing, like, just like...
أنا كنت بتعذب وأنا صغير when we had dinner parties.
I had to say hi to every single person.
I know. I used to be so shy and embarrassed.
Kiss everyone.
Yes.
No, I don't remember things.
And so you're happy with your decision not to have kids, and you will never like reconsider it.
I mean, of course, I get so bullied by my friends, and they keep trying to convince me of why I'm gonna regret it, and I'm so selfish, and I keep trying to understand why I would regret it, and then I'm like, okay, over the years, I'm like, I see their point, but
What is the point?
like how I see how I take, my mom depends on me a lot, my aunts, even my parents' friends. I do see how when I'm older, maybe I'll want somebody to help me with something, but
That whole attitude is very prevalent in the Middle East,
Yeah,
much more
I
than
think
anywhere else.
so.
I think. I
I
don't think
think-
it's so much in Europe or
No.
States, but here it's like very much like, and you always hear a lot of people say, "Don't you want you want to have kids so that they can take care of you as you get older?"
that I always get from like my grandmother or my like older, like not my parents, but like my grandmother or older people. They'll always throw in like, oh, who's gonna take care of you when you're older? Bussy, look how you're taking care of your mom, or you're taking care of Mashafi. So I do get that part. So I said,
Pressure from your mother?
no, khalas, she just kind of like
She gave up?
She gave up, but they'll always throw it. Like my aunts will always throw it and be like, it's other مثلا like, oh, Mashafi, my friend is pregnant.
عقبالك.
عقبالك بقى اي حاجه مش عارفه ايه. She's like, just give birth and give it to. I'm like, you all say that.
They always say that.
You all say
By the way,
that.
and they're liars, because when I
They're-
had my mother kept on telling me, I'm praying for you to get pregnant. I'm praying for you to get pregnant. The minute I got pregnant, there was the first year she was never there, and then one time she came over. I told her, Mom, I really have to go to work. Can you please come over? And she tells me, okay, and Hadi Aliki, but I have Pilates, so I'll come just for 30 minutes. I was like, but I have work. You can do Pilates another day. And then she came, and then as she was leaving, I was like, thanks, Mom. I thought you were gonna help out. Who told you to have twins? I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
أيوة. I'm like, you're all lying.
They're lying.
I'm like, and you don't want to even help me with the dog for a day. It's like, لا لا لا, it's different.
I know. And this is your flesh and blood. It's gonna be like hours.
No.
Baby hotels.
Baby hotel.
That's an idea for financing.
Can we have some money for that?
Baby hotel.
Give us money, yeah.
And you need small cots, and you can put like 10 in a room.
It's like a boutique baby hotel.
And how about you? How about you, Yahya? Don't you get any pressure from your friends or your parents? Never?
No, I think
My
you're
friends, لا never.
بس
No,
لا,
men
you're-
don't
They don't get. You
Men-
guys don't get
no, no,
pressure.
you don't
I
get-
think you get more pressure.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think the guys don't.
I got the impression that the guys will get more pressure, like be like Yani, control your wife and make her have kids or something like that, or you can force her.
لا
to...
That's very old school.
بس the old
لا, I
school
feel we
people,
get-
the
we
old
get it
school
more.
thinking يعني اللي هو يعني
But our parents are old school, aren't they?
why are you married if you don't want to have kids?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
that's
like
a weird
marriage.
question, Borgo.
It's true. Marriage is about having kids.
that is a good question. That is a good question.
Yeah. If you didn't think you would have kids, would you get married? Did you marry me because you weren't? No, you weren't very that keen on having kids, or maybe you just didn't want to have kids with me. What is it? Oh, yes. What's the answer to that one? Is it because? Why did you marry me?
Why?
Yeah, how the hell did we get there?
No, the question is, if you know that you're never going to have kids, would you get married?
Good question.
Very honestly.
Yeah, it depends where you're living.
I mean, you guys, I know that, I think once you said that if you could not get married here, then you wouldn't.
I think at the
You
time
guys could have lived together?
I definitely did not want to get married at the time we got married. Like I would have wanted to just
Wait
Wait
a little bit.
more.
Okay.
So you got pressured into society to get married, to have kids, but you didn't want to have kids.
No,
I
the pressure got pressure
I
to
got
getting married.
pressure to
Pressure
get
to get married?
الزمن اللي هو يلا بقى كفايه you guys have
بس
been together
بس.
for
No, it's not a personal thing. It's not a personal thing.
Did you get
no
pressured to get
no
married?
I knew I wanted to لا يعني
أنا
ما
بسألك سؤال.
لا I got married because you wanted to get married now وبعدين كله بيزن فاهم
But would you have lived? But she's
I would've
saying
lived
she
with
would have
him,
lived
yeah.
with you
أنا
without
would,
getting
بس
married.
يعني her parents wouldn't have.
I got pressured.
But
to
would
get
you be
married.
okay?
But
Would you?
like from
Would you have been okay living together without being married? Like, let's say if you could technically do it here.
yeah I would
يعني lately بس
Now more than maybe even a few
Yeah.
years ago. So now would you, if you
Yes.
could get married, if you could live together without getting married, would you do that?
definitely.
Yeah.
But what's the difference then? The marriage thing. I think in Egypt it's different from abroad. Here there's a lot of
Oh no, it's the institution.
it's the-
the institution comes with a lot of stereotypes and responsibilities. This is the problem
I
with
would-
marriage.
I think
Khalas, you're married. Khalas, it's finished. You're married.
what's finished.
It's finished. Your life is over. You're married.
So how did you feel when you had kids?
No, that's
Double
finished.
fucked.
That's the stereotype.
again.
No, you have kids. You lock it in.
After laugh about
Locked in. Khalas, but you're family now. It's different.
it's
You're
a different
stuck with me
feeling.
for
To
life.
answer your earlier question,
Yes.
actually,
Say.
would I get married if I didn't want to have kids? I would have got married much later. Much later.
What do you mean much? We got married a year after we started dating, right?
Yeah, we got married I was 32, you were 30.
Yeah, but it was like a year and some after we started dating.
Yeah, a year and a couple of months.
I was old.
You're old, yeah. I told you, I got
I had to
pressure.
get to it.
I got pressure.
But you weren't
Now,
old.
how long?
I was turning 32 in like a month.
I was 30.
Okay,
So you must have been 35.
35.
You were 34. I was 30. I was.
5
No,
years,
you
I
were
was
34. You were turning 35
The following year?
6 months later.
I was
Okay.
34.
You were 33.
I was 34.
34.
So you were 34 and you were how old?
30.
30. Which is a very good age to get married.
But I would have waited برضو عادي.
لا I felt that خلاص this is
I
this
know
is the
I'm-
girl I could settle down.
By the way, I'm a girl and I hate to say this. I'm a woman, but I'm a very traditional in that sense. Yani for me, but maybe I'm from a different generation. I'm older than you. I'm 15 years older than you. And then for me, I feel like if I'm going to date somebody and he doesn't marry me, then he's not that serious about me. At the time. Now it's different.
Hence the pressure.
Yeah, you know, at the time, no, I wouldn't stay with somebody for 5 years. First of all, because Anna, for me, I'm different from Farah, the complete opposite. For me, my life was about having kids. The fact that I didn't have them until much later is unfortunate. But if I were to have started early, I would have had 4 kids. If I could have, I would have had 4
يا
kids.
نهار أبيض.
That's actually, that's how many I wanted.
4?
I wanted 4.
I want 4 minimum.
My God, you guys.
Yeah, if
لا بس after 2 خلاص.
But after twins at the age of 41, for me, why would I have more? Yani, no, it's too.
no, I
Yani,
don't
especially that I don't think it's what people say. It's about your energy level. No, it's about now.
That's.
I've reached like now that I'm 45 now and the kids are 3.5. Now it's much easier. I can't imagine doing it again just because I have other things I want to do in my life and I have other things that means that literally I'll blink, I'll be 50 if I have another kid. I was like, no.
I look at
And
my
I
clock, I always see
freak.
23.
Hazem, can you focus?
Look again.
Oh,
Again.
very good. And
there's
You need to try and find out where that came from.
trying, it's been happening now for the last maybe 8 months.
I can do a
Every time I
numerology
look at
thing
my
for you.
clock,
I can do
it's
numerology
something
for you.
23.
there's a movie.
Yes, the
I
I am
too-
the number. No, that's the number 23.
No, you know,
Jim Carrey.
Chip Carrey. 23.
La la la. It's something else. I'm not talking about a movie.
Yeah, there's a movie called The 23.
أيوة لا, but I'm talking like more of like it means something maybe.
Oh, you wanted to put on the podcast
wanted
that
to make
23 is an important number for you?
Maybe someone else can.
Maybe we'll have 23 kids.
No, we had 2 kids on the 23rd of January.
Ooh.
High five. Anyways, so yeah, so I wouldn't. If it wasn't you, if I didn't marry you, I would have married somebody else. But marriage was on the table and kids were on the table.
Way to go, Heba. La, I was the opposite. I didn't want to get married. I was like a very kid, that free spirit.
Oh,
you know.
She was.
I wonder.
What does that mean?
Okay,
Means
so
whatever
she
the hell
was.
you want it to mean.
So okay, so
What
you're
does that
saying.
mean?
So you're saying that Farah used to be free spirited before you guys got married, and then what happened after?
La,
She is.
I still am.
She's
Has she changed after marriage?
not marriage.
What?
Marriage didn't change.
Didn't change her. How about marriage? Did it change him? Farah?
No, I don't. La, I don't.
But that, that's the good thing though about getting married without that motivation of kids. You kind of get married probably for better reasons than getting married. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean it in a bad way, but
No,
I
I
mean
don't
like
take it in a bad way because we didn't. I never married you because of the kids. I didn't marry you because I wanted to have kids. That wasn't in my thinking.
you married me. Why?
I married you because I wanted to be with you, you dumbass.
Oh, okay.
أنا
Me
كمان
too.
بسميك تشايز.
Me too.
يلا كدابة.
No, it's true. It's
You
true.
used him, Heba.
I used you.
Sounds like fresh meat.
Don't you feel better about yourself?
No, I feel worse.
You used him.
10 years later, I'm still using you?
No, Khalas, you stopped using me.
I stopped using. Oh, yeah.
I'm now useless. I've been useless.
I'm not even meat.
Yeah, he's not even used meat.
Now I just pay the bills.
That's another thing we can talk
First
about.
you're a sperm donor, then you're an ATM, then you die.
Oh, wow, that's true. You were a sperm donor, and now you're an ATM.
No, I'm not. I'm neither.
Neither. The useless man.
Oh, useless man.
Yeah, but he looks good.
You look good too.
No, stop lying.
No, I always
I agree with her on this.
No, I swear, didn't I always say that I think you look very handsome.
Thank you.
I do.
From the neck up.
Our candid chat with Fara and Yehiaa was the golden opportunity for Fara and I to probe our husbands on the important life questions that as women, we never get a straight answer to. Like, for example, their motivation for settling down with us, what they really like and dislike about us, and of course, we took a turn into the elusive topic of sex and masturbation. Ala, but the thing is that also, speaking of sex, the one
That
I have to-
like
yeah.
Akid khalas. Like bye bye.
after twins, there's no fucking way in hell we
Neither one of us wanted to.
Neither one of us wanted to have sex.
It's the ATM phase.
Huh?
It's the ATM stage.
No, but
No, but-
is it because you're so exhausted or?
First of
you're-
all, I'll tell you, for when you have
or-
kids, well, I mean, I don't know what it's like when you don't have kids after
Even
a long
when
time
you
in a
have a dog.
relationship.
Hey.
It's killed. Has it killed your sex drive? Having a
No, it's
dog?
not the dog. Yeah,
Hazem.
يعني بس لا يعني.
Has it killed? Oh, so it has killed your sex drive being
No,
the
not
parent
the
to
dog. بس
Pablo.
يعني I think لا we go through our phases.
Something else. Not the dog. Huh? Not the dog.
By the way, has he ever walked around you guys having sex?
Has he ever what?
Has he ever Pablo
Walked out?
walked
Oh,
around
the dog.
I'm wondering.
لا, we kick him out because he keeps jumping on the bed.
Try it.
But we just.
So you're not
And
worried
it's the
about how
funniest-
it's going to affect him psychologically?
No. I brainwashed him. I brainwashed him in the weirdest way. I don't know how this happened though.
You brainwash Yehiaa or the dog?
The dog. I tell him I'm gonna go pray.
Does he believe it?
No,
What do you mean?
I don't know why because
I don't
whenever
know,
whenever somebody's praying in the house,
Okay.
we close the door.
Okay. Otherwise, you keep the door open. So
Otherwise, the doors are always open.
Dogs
Yeah.
have impeccable hearing, you know. He knows you're not praying.
I know. No, he knows.
he knows you guys are doing some.
He knows because as
naughty
soon as we
stuff.
open the door,
Does he give you the stink eye?
he gives us a look. He gives us a look, yeah, and he'll keep like investigating. But like, what the fuck were you people doing? I swear.
And looking at you, does he look at you and like, what were you doing to my mommy?
بركش معي.
That is so fun.
Yeah, no, but yeah, the sex drive takes a serious nosedive after kids. What's your take on that? Do you guys talk about that?
Talk about what?
Sex after marriage? Why do you look so disgusted?
I find it weird that guys don't talk about it either.
Yeah.
I
But
thought guys would.
by the way, I don't know if they talk. But I never talk about
Yeah,
it
we
with
don't
anybody.
talk about
it. Depends.
Because I thought guys would more.
لا
But so I talk about it.
لا.
Women
and
talk
and
about
other
it.
women.
Eh?
You talk about other women. You
Other
little
women?
Ken.
On occasion. You will grade women from time to time. And,
أيوة
oh, look,
طبعاً.
she's nice. She's
أيوة
okay.
طبعاً.
She's alright.
What do you mean grade them?
Like يعني البنت دي موزة would you do this girl
Oh, you guys talk like I didn't know you do that.
No, but it's not like that, really. It's just like there's a grading process.
أيوة.
What's the
exactly.
grading process? Okay, this is
Yeah,
very
you look at
different.
someone like, oh, she's not bad looking, and then someone says, yeah, she's okay, but her ass is too big, or, you know,
Yes. No. Yes.
she's
That's
had too much
exactly.
done, or whatever. You know, like, oh, but she's nice. She's got a beautiful face. Yeah,
Who?
she's a
Who?
fatso.
Like who?
I don't know who.
No, tell me who's the last person you rated?
I haven't left the house in 2 years.
No. Who was the last person you rated?
I don't hang out with my guy friends very much, and when I do,
But you do. You hang out with Kareem and.
Yeah, but we're in a farm in fucking Mansouraya. There's no women passing by there.
Oh, it means like you like have to be out and you see them.
Well, you
not
feel
like-
like in the
ايوه of course.
You're not like watching a movie.
Yes.
ايوه لا
beach
طبعا
or-
لازم يبقوا يعدوا.
Okay. But you're exposed to that because you still go out.
Yes.
Sue's the last person you
I
rated.
don't like this line in question. Yes.
No, I ask him. I'm like, I'm so interested
لا
in how
بس you
they
sit
think.
with
and-
us وبنتكلم
Oh,
قدام
sometimes I sit with them and I'm like,
Sometimes you tell me, "Oh my God, look at her. She's so good."
I do that.
We were in
too.
Cyprus just 2 weeks ago, and there was a guy like running. And he was,
Oh, Hazem
he was
was a
fitter than
guy.
you. And I looked at the guy. I was like,
Hazem was like,
Oh my
look at that
God.
guy. I was like, I was telling him, I wanted to pull him by his hair and like, come here. He like bought like 6-pack. I was
"You
like,
want to jump on his back and run?
run away.
Bye bye."
No, but I don't think we look at other. Sometimes we do, but not really. Like, do you notice other good-looking guys? Well,
Of
actually,
course
Egypt there
you
aren't.
do, you liars.
of course.
Of
In
course you
Egypt
do.
there aren't any good-looking guys.
لا
There aren't many.
لا لا
في
there are.
طبعا في
Maybe okay.
لا
I'm
بس
like,
مش كتير.
مش كتير طبعا
نصهم في الأوضة دي يعني.
بس 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 ده حقيقي
لا والله
بس البنات حلوين كده
You know what the problem
لا،
is?
البنات بقوا
I'll tell you. It's the new generation.
The
Those
new
fuckers are all good looking
and fit.
and fit. It's like they were born like this.
no, they're
It's
not.
so annoying.
They're not that good looking because when we went to Cyprus this last time, I noticed it's like because I've been in Egypt for a year and almost 2 years that I noticed it much more this time when we went to Cyprus last week. I noticed that the people there were really well fit and had great bodies, the older and the younger ones.
We were in a hotel.
Here,
with
but when then I
the
go to
under
Hacienda, no, not this
17s
nice.
Greek athletics team.
So why
لا،
would
لا.
you do that to yourself?
When you
That?
had swimmers, you had runners.
It was the first
you
time I
had
don't notice this
jumpers,
thing.
you
Since I had kids, I don't notice anything. I'm not interested in having sex or anything.
لا بس
يلا كدابة.
بس
Yeah, I want to have sex, maybe not with you. No, I'm joking.
لا بس Egyptian girls are getting better.
They're good
Oh,
looking.
لا لا.
Yeah,
the
so you
girls
gotta
are
watch out.
Go. You know, no. Sometimes, by the way, like I
She's
feel
told me before.
No, I'll tell you something because since we've had kids 3.5 years ago, we've had sex probably a handful of times.
If I had a whole pass, I'll use it. Huh?
Would you use it? If she tells you, yeah, you can.
Again, if I felt it's
But will
a
you give her
trap,
a hall pass?
لا.
Think very
Deb,
carefully.
can we both give each other hall passes?
That's what I told him. That's what I'm like. بص يا يحيى.
لا
Why
It's
not?
not fair.
Why not?
لا
2021 خلاص احنا ما ينفعش
مش
بقى like
قصدي
I'm
حاجة
the
لا،
guy
بس
when you're
again why am I getting a whole pass?
if you're getting it I'm
Why are you
getting
getting a
it.
hall pass?
خلاص.
Why are you
Why am I
getting-
getting a whole pass?
Whole
You-
passes
if you
don't
want-
work. Did you
if
see
you
that movie
want-
with Demi Moore and
Wait.
Woody Harrelson? It doesn't work.
No, that was the he's.
Indecent
it's different.
proposal.
No, why are you getting a hall pass?
لا again
Why would you get one? I know what you're trying to get at. You're giving him a hall pass because you don't want to have sex with him, right?
exactly اه
That-
ما تقولي في
لا، لا، لا،
الميكروفون
that's not true. That's not true. لا, but listen, we went through a phase. We went through a phase.
How long was this phase?
مش عارف.
Everyone goes through phases.
We went
Hazem
through a
and I
phase.
have been in a 3.5 year phase and we're still going strong.
لا مش هقول كده.
لا مش عارف كده.
لا بس we went I think لا there were I think a whole bunch of things that triggered the phase.
But I want to ask something. I actually want to ask something. This is what I'm very curious about. And Hazem never answers this question. So I'm going to ask you guys. Is it you guys are like sick and tired of each other? You want some is it lack of excitement in the sexual department? Or is it that you guys are busy and just have a very low sex drive? Or do you think that you have a low sex drive and maybe he doesn't have a low sex drive but you are not meeting? And because I find that men are not as honest.
I think I think it's a combination of all three. يعني لا two out of three. Two صح. يعني I think Yahya's sex drive is it's more than mine. يعني I feel like I
الرياضة برضه
يعني I feel it's not like I don't want بس يعني حاسة sometimes it's life واللي هو when the day's over يعني it's like when and sometimes it's just like can't be bothered.
لا بس I think sex
And
is different for men and
Yeah.
for women.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I read this article. This is what I was saying this, and I joked with Hassan about it, and he had this like grin on his face, and I was kind of like, this guy was saying he was this biohacker. You know these biohacking things that they kind of like they try to increase the longevity. Anyways, it's a scientific thing. But he was like, I urge all men to try to abstain from masturbating or having any sexual intercourse for 2 weeks. I was like, that's such bullshit. So I said it in front of you and Mark. I said, fucking hell, who has time to masturbate every 2 weeks? Or who has the urge to? Hazem was like, but we haven't had sex in years. I was like, we haven't had sex in years, so is that what you're doing at night in there? So I'm guessing that. So now after he said that to me, I always thought he's just watching TV. Now, but he looks a little too content. It's like 3:00 in the morning. I'm doing my midnight, my run to the bathroom, and then I'm like, the lights are still on, so I go there, and he's like.
Again, sex is different for.
It is different
for men than women, and masturbating and sex is different as well.
Really? But is it substitution for sex?
Sometimes
it has to be because if you're not having sex with your wife.
No, but even if you're having sex, you would still masturbate.
Do you?
Definitely.
Definitely كمان.
طب ليه؟
أنت قول حاجة.
It's different.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but why?
It's different.
How?
It's because sometimes احنا كمان I can be bothered.
To have sex.
أيوة.
طب شفتي؟ It's on. It's
goes both ways.
It's recorded,
Heba. Both ways, but
it's recorded. That you still are like no. I mean, because sometimes it's like. It's not like I don't love you, Yehiaa. I just can't be bothered now.
I want to ask you something, actually. This is getting interesting. For women, I don't know how you are, but after a while, I think kind of 2-3 years into a relationship, it becomes boring. A little bit.
أي حاجة أكتر من 3 سنين.
What do you guys though need the same excitement? I think we need a little more intimacy than sex. Do you guys just need the sex?
Oh, that's besides the point.
But do you get bored of the same sex?
With the same person?
Of course.
Do you dream of having sex with other women?
لا خلي بالك. No. بس
خلي بالك.
Careful, choose your words wisely.
Because the answer is of course, but you go back and forth.
Again.
Yani, and I know this because as well, and I have friends that are, I'm sure you do as well, that are older than me. I have friends
that are married
who've been married
longer.
for 20 years. I have friends that have been married for 25 years.
Okay, what do they say?
Yani, I have a very, very good friend of mine who, he says like he has a high sex drive. You know, and his wife is the same.
What's a high sex drive? I want to know. Does that mean once a week he has to have sex?
Once a week?
More than once a week?
I don't know the details.
How can you be married with somebody more than that long and have? Okay.
So men have it's a thing. They have to release. Okay, whether it's once a week, whether it's every day, whether it's once every man is different, I guess. You know, but he tells me, and he's made it very clear to his wife, I have a high sex drive. Even if I had sex with my wife, you know, if I am in my office or my whatever, or my living room or whatever, the door is locked, you stay the hell out.
Office, not his office at home.
Oh,
not
of course.
No. Let's just specify that because then he's a pervert. Having like masturbating in his office.
I suppose that.
No, but men and women go through cycles. People will tell you the first year of marriage is hard. They tell you the third year of marriage, there's hiccups. They tell you the 7th year, I don't know what happens.
7-year itch.
After 10 years, something else happens. Goes back.
But when you have kids, I'm wondering, because we have kids, so that kind of keeps us glued together in a way. With them, they don't have kids. So do people, or is it a couple thing, or is it a...
What is the couple thing?
Like working at... And people here are not so open. I don't think people are open with each other.
A lot of people lie.
Yeah.
A lot of people lie.
I always hear the whole thing like, la, you have to take care of your husband. You have to have sex with him regularly. And I never know what does that mean. I'm like, regularly? Yes, I have regular sex with him twice a year. It's good. It's regular. It's quarterly. Before the KPIs are out. I'm like, I got to get in that.
The earnings reports, not the KPIs.
I think the more, like, when you stay longer without having sex,
you get used to it.
You get used to it.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not joking. You get used to
لا
it.
ليه كنت
أيوة ما أنا بتكلم على
You guys don't get used to it?
No.
Come on, you've gotten used
No,
to
you
it.
get
أنت- هو
used
بقاله
to it.
كتير.
No,
He's
he's
had
saying-
it.
he's saying something
بقاله
else.
كتير يعرف.
You get used to it, but that doesn't mean that you don't
Want to have it.
release.
Yeah. No, but I want to know. But let's say me and you are married. Let's say if now 3.5 years hasn't been that great.
This is
but
not a
let's say,
hypothetical. We have been married for 10 years.
yeah, and we haven't had much
Pretend.
sex in the past 3.5 years. What if it goes on for another 5 years?
أيوة بس تفاجئت
course
من
not.
امبارح صح؟
Oh my god. Yes, you did.
نعم.
Okay, yes. But I'm saying it's just general.
No, but I think your sex drive decreases the longer you don't have sex. I think.
Again.
Yeah.
لا
that-
بص
that
هو
urge.
لازم يعني I think
Do you
have
guys
to-
communicate about that?
you have
Yeah,
to-
we started. That's remember last time we said we communicate more. We never used to communicate
about it.
openly.
Let me
I
tell
think,
you
but-
something. Let
We
me
don't
tell-
talk about
let
it,
me-
Hazem and I.
Let me tell you something.
That's why I'm
Because-
talking about it now.
Look,
Yeah, no, we
look,
talk
look,
about,
look,
like,
look,
خلاص.
we're
We don't talk
always
about
made out to be like the bad guys, okay, like the bad part in the مش عارف ايه. But okay, يعني you guys, women, most women have lesser sex drives than men. Okay.
دي حقيقة.
So we get bored.
but some
we get bored.
have really
we
high
get
ones.
bored, right? Of
Get
you
bored.
guys not wanting to.
أيوة.
We get bored.
أيوة.
You know, for we're like, hey, خلاص, why am I going to make the effort or try to make an effort when in the end I'm going to get told?
So what's the worst case scenario? What happens like you get bored of us not wanting? So let's say it goes on for
There's
what
no,
would you do? Are
there's
you gonna
no
have an
worst
affair?
case scenario.
Have sex with
there is a
somebody?
worst
Some
case
men
scenario.
do
No,
have
no, no.
affairs, as you well know.
Is it for the sex thing?
Yes.
I don't know what
Yeah,
it's for.
the
يعني,
most-
It's the excitement and the sex. أكيد يعني ما هيبقى ليه يعني.
يعني بس again there's some people who can fall in love when they do that.
أيوة.
When
Yeah,
you have
but
sex with
I-
somebody
look-
else? Are you threatening her?
لا ما أنا حاسة
I'm
برضه
not
like-
خالص بس
بتبص
لا.
لي ليه طيب؟ ما تبص لحازم وأنت بتتكلم معاه في الموضوع. بتبص لي ليه؟
لا بس
Look,
أنا-
I think it's very simple. And people tend to go for maybe things that they feel that they are lacking in relationships. If you feel like you're lacking respect, you will go and try and find respect somewhere else. If you feel like you're lacking
Sex?
you'll go and have sex somewhere else. For whatever you feel like you personally are lacking or what you're not getting in your relationship, you will go and find somewhere else. But that's not always the case. Some men think you get used to it.
Yeah.
Like some, خلاص يعني عارفة, it's like you don't, you know. So
For women too. Like if we feel like we're not getting enough sex in our relationship, we'll look for it somewhere else.
it's not just about
لا
sex.
it's not true.
How do you know
لا
that?
يعني again because
لا على فكرة it is true.
men think about sex as sex. Women think about sex as an intimacy and love.
Yes, it's true.
ماشي.
It's more intimate. But
بس برضه you'd be surprised some
Definitely
يعني
I'm not generalizing أنا بقول بس
But those women are frowned upon. I personally frown upon them.
about
And not
About those
anymore.
women.
I think it's more common than we thought.
It is, and that's what's so.
It's shocking.
it's
isn't
not
it?
مش
That what?
مش حاجة
More
مش
common
حاجة
than what?
عادية يعني
إن يعني خلاص يعني
ولو لا أنا يعني
إن
again
both يعني إنه women as well.
Look, it's very simple. Oh,
غلط
this man
الاتنين.
cheated on her wife. Oh, that poor woman. Oh, this woman cheated on her husband. Oh my God,
She's a
poor
whore.
man. That whore.
It's just.
I'm gonna break that myth.
You better watch out.
No, but I find sex such a we never talk about it.
No, but
We never talk about it.
لا واحنا
Why?
بقينا lately
I
Lately,
think yeah. And يعني مش عارفة how come we didn't before. I think it was.
لا
I find it weird that we didn't.
But it must be an important part of your relationship because you guys don't have kids.
Yeah.
Like us, for us, we
Yeah.
get caught up in like other things, so we're always
But
like.
you know what the weird thing is? برضه we يعني when I kept thinking about it. We work برضه a lot يعني أو at least I work all the time مثلا and my إيه؟
وانا ما بشتغلش
لا يعني قصدي أنت اللي بتخلص شغل وخلاص أنا شغلي بيبقى الصبح بالليل whatever and then we have so many things to do in the day. I have so many things to do. I take care of like different things aside from my work, like my family stuff, and then.
But I
Sometimes
think
I'm
that's-
so
Priorities, my
exhausted.
I want to ask.
priorities
Yeah, but
Sometimes
see,
I'm,
sex
like,
is not a
exhausted.
priority. Actually, for me, sex is not a priority at all.
Well,
But the thing is, this is what I think about.
بس it is for me
ما بالضبط يعني that's when the communication was important بقى like اللي هو
I don't know if is it a priority for you?
What is
Sex?
priority?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
but is it part of your like pillar?
It is one part of the pillar of
Yani,
the relationship.
I understand. Anna, for me, sometimes I get the feeling back in that area.
No, now it's
And I'm like, I wish I could have sex, but he is not interested.
no. Now it's like now it's kind of like just like bonus. Like I had this thing. Like I a couple of nights ago I was out with a friend of mine, and then I came back home. It was quite late, and then I went to bed, and then for some reason I woke up at like 5 a.m, and I was like, And then I said, let me wake her up, and then I said, but I can't do that. She's asleep. And then I said, but I can. I'm her husband. And then I said, but she's gonna get angry. And I was like, who cares? Kind of a thing. Like I had this kind of
Sounds like a schizophrenic little conversation you had there.
No, I'm telling you, this is what happened. And in the end, I ended up waking up because I thought, what is this stupidity?
لا بس بقى أنا أكتر حاجة بتعصبني rejection يعني.
Rejection.
But it's not
Poor Hazem
rejection.
gets rejected a lot.
وأنا كمان.
I got rejected on our honeymoon, baby.
لا.
Oh my God, you still remember that?
Of course.
Really?
That was 10 years ago.
How? How did
لا
that
ده أنت
happen?
بجد مفترية.
But it doesn't mean because I'm not like... Was I?
The honeymoon is symbolic. Symbolic. يعني يلا مرة يعني okay.
We didn't have sex once.
احمد ربنا بعد موت.
Are you serious? We didn't have sex once?
ولا مرة.
What? That's not possible. But
Are
we
you
had,
sure?
But we had another couple with us on our honeymoon.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No.
Jessica and Ashraf.
For a night.
No.
In 10 days.
Seriously?
Yes.
I didn't have sex with you on our honeymoon?
Women. You see?
I wanted to... It was a preview for
And
the rest of
also
our...
lie.
The rest of your
You're
life.
also liars.
It was a preview to what our life was going to be like together. I wanted to show you the real me.
That's true. And now I know. This is my Hamlet moment.
Oh, stop!
And why are you
Look at him.
smoking?
He's so proud of himself.
We're talking about sex. He has the whiskey and the cigarette. Without the satisfaction.
Oh, I'm satisfied.
تحس انه هو دمرها فشخت لا تنساها.
أنت فشختني.
صح? On live podcast.
She's gonna
I
remove it.
edited, so I'm going to remove that one.
Chirac will not let you.
Oh, yes, he will.
He's my man. He's my homie.
Yeah, he's the guy. He'll probably leave it. Okay, well, I'm sure you want to dig even deeper into the whole sex topic after parenting. As do I. But we'll be talking about it with sex therapist Tara Galliano in an upcoming episode, so stay tuned for that one. We need to discuss it.
Yes.
And we need to have sex tonight. Come on, get to it.
Not tonight. I don't do evenings. You know that. I do mornings. Wake me up tomorrow. I'm all yours.
You never wake up in the morning. You're like snoring like a dead body next to me in the morning.
Excuse me?
Okay, that was just that night. because
Excuse me?
that
And the day
night-
after?
Oh my God, Hazem.
So you shut the hell up, okay?
Okay.
Stupid woman.
Yeah, we had more sex this week than we've had in years.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
Earning
You're welcome.
release.
Huh?
Earning release.
Earnings release.
Yeah, we're due for it's what Q3 is up.
Half one.
Yes, it's true. It's a big time of the year.
Got to bring up those stats.
Is there anything else is there anything you ever curious about people who do have kids and who, I don't know.
You know what's funny? You have all these notes. You haven't asked a damn thing of what's in these videos.
Yeah, no. I didn't.
This is
I
an
always
entirely
wondered,
off-topic
yani,
conversation.
Yeah.
I always wondered how married couples have sex. It's very, I'm like,
Hey.
I would feel very weird. No, I mean like I would, عشان with kids.
Yes,
in
yes,
apartments,
it's true.
I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, how? I don't know. I would feel.
It's a
feel
great
weird.
excuse when you have a low sex drive. You're like, the kids are going to come in. Right?
Yeah, it's funny.
No, but actually I sleep trained them, so now they don't get out of the room now until the doors are closed. And what's your biggest insecurity? Actually, okay, what's your favorite thing about Farah?
ما اعرفش. لا بصي I like her independence and she makes me comfortable كده ان انا
And you said she's not very high maintenance. She's
لا
easygoing.
لا خالص استاذ. لا بس
I
Seriously?
get
Okay.
shit for that from people, by the way.
That you're low maintenance? Oh my God, yeah, I used to get that all the time. You have to make sure that he buys
I
you
think
lots of
he's gonna
things.
get used to this. But
And you're getting him used to something. He's not gonna really, oh my God, I hate that. Okay, what's your favorite thing about Yehiaa besides his six pack?
So obsessive about that.
I'm not.
You're
We're obsessive about
You're
this.
obsessive about working out.
ايوه working out بس مش عشان
What's your favorite thing about him and what's your least favorite thing about him?
Okay. My favorite things.
Is that he works out. My least favorite is that he works out.
Least favorite is obsessive. La. Favorite things, he's really, really kind. Like he has like a really kind heart, I think.
And he's the CEO of a finance company. Can I have something?
ما بنشوفش حاجة بالموضوع ده. لا, he's really, really kind.
بس
And لا والله and I can
You can rely on him.
with certain لا يعني this is like a whole topic I think.
Oh my god, yeah.
لا some things بحس يعني
If he stays up all night with the dog.
But I'm
No,
sorry.
that's-
you must
that
be a
was-
pretty reliable guy.
that was the first time I really felt like I was
أول مرة
لا Yehiaa, it's such a major thing. You panic with these things.
We're men. That's what we do. We
Yeah, like لا I was proud of you بصراحة.
مش لاقي حاجة
لا and I'm really comfortable with you. يعني بحس we're like كده we're like friends.
This is a loaded question.
What's your least favorite thing about him?
He's very
كتير.
short-tempered.
زنان
زنان فشخ يا لهوي
كمان.
هتموتني من الزن.
Really? You're naggy?
God,
لا
it drives
خالص
me
بس
nuts.
أنا when I want
His friends are gonna listen to this and they will agree.
لا مش زنان بس
يلا
أنا
أي حاجة يلا
أنا
يلا
على طول عايز حاجات تخلص تتعمل.
When you want something, you want it done right away.
If it's not done, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, okay. He's like Fadia, my mother. My mother sits and nags. If she tells you one thing, it's like she's after you until you get it done. You're like, my mom, you said it 5 minutes ago. Shut the fuck up.
أيوة.
لا
But if you can do it now, why do it later?
because you don't know the other person has
لا
other
لا
stuff
لا
that they're doing.
أنا مش بزن
Or-
غير لما ابقى عارف ان هي ممكن تتعمل دلوقتي.
to you.
ايوه عشان انا لو ممكن اعملها انا.
Then
بحط
just do
نفسي
it.
في
Then
دماغي.
just do it.
لو انا اتحطيت في الموقف يمكن تبقى حاجه انت لازم تعمليها بس if it was me I would do it right away.
So on that note, thank you for listening in and joining us for a whole new season of Mommy's Happy Hour with me, Heba. Our producer is Chirag Desai. You can connect with me on Instagram at mommies.happyhour, and if you know someone who would be interested in listening to today's episode, please share the show with them. I'd really appreciate it. And please leave us a review, which really helps spread the word and grow our listenership. You can find out more details, links, and show notes on my website, www.mommieshappyhour.com. I'll see you again in 2 weeks.